Glick on the keys. What the fuck news? Got you weak in the knees. Talking about headlines, bizarre as can be. Penis report, it's a strange marquee. What the fuck news? Can't believe your ears. Ridiculous stories, shattering fears. Tune in, turn up, life's a weird parade. Everything's strange in the WTF shade. In Texas, cows on the moon. Loch Ness monster found in someone's lagoon. Glick's got the facts, Jeff's got the flair. Sit back, relax, it's wild out there. Government scandal, clowns in the park. Bathtub races, after dark. Crazy celebs, oddball Azaris. Everyday people, their wildest diaries. What the fuck news, yo, it's blowing your mind. Real life madness, stories one of a kind. Laugh or shake your head, just press play. Jeff and Glick, bringing the WTF every day. Talking wild, Glick with the details, Jeff with the smile. Weird news wave, come ride the confusion. Reality's glitch, beyond delusion. Report got them talking wild. Glick with the details, Jeff with the smile. Weird news wave, come ride the confusion. Reality's glitch, beyond delusion. Every day.
Oh, can't figure out how to make them buttons work. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. A little what the fuck Wednesday for you. It is what the fuck news. It's your boy Glick. Whoop, whoop. I promise you, we're working on a new intro. I know the intro still says Jeff. Unfortunately, sadly, Jeff is no longer here, but I am working on a new intro. I actually have a pretty dope one. I just got to figure out how the hell to get it over here. And play around with it some more. So I don't know. We'll see. At anywho, welcome to What the Fuck News. I'm Glick. This is the Nonsensical Network. And if you're not already, go check us out. Give us a follow. We are everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Shows live Monday through Sunday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And don't forget, you can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts at. We are there. All at the Nonsensical Network, or head on over to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. It is scrolling the bottom of your screen. It'll be there all night long. And give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share if you'd be so kind. And don't forget to check out Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. She does all of our merch, all of our swag. Nikki takes care of us, and she can take care of you as well. Whether you want to buy our stuff or if you want something personalized, she can get you taken care of. Easy breezy. Cover girl, baby. Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner, Facebook and Instagram. That link is also on our bio link as well. Makes it even easier for you to find her and say, hey, I needs me one of them cow print cups. Can you do that? And she'll say, yep. This is how much it costs. I don't know. Cow print seems to be the thing nowadays. I have no idea. Anywho. As the saying goes, smash that like, hit that subscribe, and ring my bell or ring the bell, whatever the case is. But let's jump right into it. I flipped it around last week. I'm going to do it again this week. You want to know why? Because I don't like to spend a lot of time on this certain segment. And this will take me right into our first break, and I can roll right into the news. And we've got a lot of fucked up news this week. So right off the bat, gather around, get your ear holes opened up, and get ready, because it is time.
Penis!
Yeah! Firmly grasp it in your hand. Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it!
I don't know why Patrick's so serious about that, but man, it is time for the penis report right out the gate, right off the bat. Why? Because I do whatever I want. I'm a one-man show. I'm a one-man wrecking crew. Wrecking ball, bull in the china shop, whatever the case may be. I do whatever I want. Anywho, let's jump right in it. Last week, I don't remember where I left off last week, to be honest with you. So we're going to start right here. And this makes no sense to me because homeboy's in jail. He's a prisoner. Anywho, he decided to inject his penis with petroleum jelly in prison to make it bigger. In my opinion, last place. Unless it's like a dominance thing. I don't know. I've never been to prison. I don't know. Maybe he who has the biggest penis is not messed with. I don't know. Somebody's been to prison. You want to help me out here? But who knows what was really going through the mind of Serbian prisoner Alexander Jajalik when he injected petroleum jelly into his penis to make it bigger. We're guessing that probably wasn't logic. The 46-year-old thief followed the advice of a fellow inmate. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in jail already, you should know better than to follow the advice of other people in jail. But if you're already in jail and you're listening to the advice of other inmates, you're probably a fucking moron because you're also injecting your penis with KY jelly. Dick Botox. Is that a thing? I know you can get like rejuvenation, like revagination surgery and tighten the outer exterior areas and whatnot. A vag lift. I don't know if you can get penis Botox. The 46-year-old thief followed the advice. The inmate who claimed to be a plastic surgeon and absolutely believed that he would be able to make his penis much larger. Instead, his genitalia swelled and parts had to be cut away to allow him to urinate while the swelling went down. Lesson learned, my friend. You wanted to be bigger, and now you're missing pieces. Hopefully, lesson learned. I don't know, man. I don't understand how people, but he's in luck. He is in luck, ladies and gentlemen, because penis transplants are a thing. Apparently, Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine in Baltimore recently announced that they will be undertaking the first penis transplant in America. The experimental surgery was tried in China unsuccessfully in 2006, and then again with success in South Africa in 2014. At present, the university has been given permission to undertake 60 of the unusual surgeries, primarily on injured veterans looking to get their lives back. Hell yeah. Now that's a cause I can get behind. Something for our veterans to make sure they can, give their old, get back in the saddle, if you know what I mean. I ain't mad at that, but we kind of talked about that last week with the guy who had the bionic penis, which, is just basically there's it's grafted out, then there's a tube put inside, and you've got a little pump so that you can when it's time to go. But this looks like this will be a fully functional transplant. So props to China and South Africa for experimenting, and John Hopkins for seemingly perfecting it. So there you go. A lot of choppy going on in the penis report tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A prisoner decided to mutilate his penis to make it look like an Egyptian god. The only conclusion we can draw from the second penis mutilation in prison story on this list is that there really isn't enough to do in the slammer, in this case, convicted murderer and suspected psychopath, Nico Jenkins. He's pretty popular. Some of you guys, if you follow true crime or even just news in general, you've probably seen this cat before, or at least heard his name. Anyways, cut his penis to make it resemble the Egyptian serpent god, Apep. He worships the ancient deity who he claims ordered him to kill 4 people in a 10-day period. And the penis mutilation was an homage to his god. Prison officials have no idea how he obtained the tool to get the job done, but 27 stitches were required to fix the damage. Oh, sweet Mother Mary and Joseph. I've got to agree with these people. There is clearly not a whole lot going on. By the way, this is the this is an article from Stay at Home Mom, and it is 16 entertaining, terrifying, and downright unusual penis stories. Wowzers. We're slicing and dicing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got to say. It is a lot of slicing and dicing. That's all I got to say is I'm with you. Wow. And we're not done. We're not done slicing and dicing. A man murdered his wife's rapist, cut off his genitalias, and then he ate them. I guess that's showing him. I don't know what the purpose in eating another man's junk is, especially if you've already murdered him. But maybe they'll I feel like you've already done enough at that point. If you've avenged your wife or significant other or loved one who was grappled and you've murdered them, I think the job's done. I don't believe there's any reason to go any further by eating their junk. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Let's see here. Getting revenge on the people who have done you wrong is just one of those things that humans want to do. But sometimes the way they get their revenge is a little, how do we say, weird? Take Rudy Effendi, a 30-year-old man from Indonesia who discovered on his wedding night that his wife, Noraya, was not a virgin. When he found out the man who she was dating raped her, he went to get his revenge. He attacked the man, stabbing him to death, setting him on fire, but not before he cut off his penis so he could take it home, have his wife cook it, and eat it. In this case of revenge, served hot and crispy. Again, you stab the man to death, you set him on fire. I think the job's done at the end of the day. Is there really a reason to eat the junk? Now, this is not the first story that I've covered in the penis report that has revolved around eating a penis, because there was a man in China who chopped off his own junk, and then a whole bunch of people paid a lot of fucking money to eat it. He had like a professional chef and he cooked it all up, and it was a whole big to do. They had musicians there and it was like a big old thing, you know. Is this some kind of, not that I'm gonna try it, I'm just, why? Stabbing, burning. Job's done, bro. Job's done. You have nothing more to prove. Now, if you'd have like beat the guy up while he was unconscious, cut his junk off, cooked it and then fed it to them, that would make a little bit more sense in my world at the end of the day. I think I would go more that route and then maybe murder him. I don't know. Schmurder him, as you will. I don't know, man. That seems just a little too much for me. At the end of the day, I don't know what you guys think. I'm perfectly content with the old schmurder button. And the last thing I'm going to cover, and then we'll hit the last part of this list next week, is after all the choppy, all the slicey dicey of the penis, now we're going to go to a penis pedometers are now available. Wearable technology is all the rage now. And just as you're interested in knowing how many steps you took today, others are keen to know how many thrusts it took. Yes, the first prototype of the sex pedometer has been released, known as SexFit. It is being marketed as the world's first penis pedometer, able to measure the number of thrusts taken and calories burned. It also provides a little bit of vibrational assistance. I'm not mad at this, and I think I want to kind of try to get. They have them in black and looks like a very dark purple, and it looks like a little cock ring. Just slide it right on there. Got a little tinglies on there. I'm not gonna lie, this has kind of piqued my curiosity. I'd be curious. Plus, let's be honest. I would love to see the look on Nikki's face and get her reaction when this shows up in the mail. And I'm like, hey, look what I got. You got your smartwatch. I got a smart something. Let me see here. They got a picture of this thing. Performance light indicators. SexFit bit with built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. Okay. Features an LED performance indicator lights, personal trainer vibrational mode, SexFit downloadable app, Bluetooth connectivity controls, Wi-Fi performance evaluation sync, and built-in controls for on-the-go adjustments. Colors, as I said, black, white, and they're calling it pink, but in the picture it looks like a dark purple. Maybe it is pink. I don't know. But I kind of want to see if I can order one of these. Brought to you by Bondera.co.uk. Hold on a damn second. Hold on just a damn second. There is a link for it. How much are they? Oh, I want to know how much it is. I don't want to go to a freaking news article. Anywho, I'm going to save that because I think I would like to grab me one of those little SexFit. The monitor my thrusting and see how many calories I burn. I'm exercising, all right? I'm trying to be healthy. I want to make sure my heart rate's good and I'm burning calories and doing all the things that I'm supposed to be doing to be healthy at the end of the day. So, why not? I'm so glad to just get this out of the way. This is like, I have a love-hate relationship with this part of Wednesday nights. I think I might make it go away. But anywho. The LED strip. I mean, it could be a thing it could be a thing anytime. You just gotta go buy a strip of LED lights. Most of them are have double-sided tape on them, so just lay it on there, and I think it would be pretty uncomfortable for your partner, or who knows, you might like it at the end of the day. I have no idea. Oh, excuse me. I apologize. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is this week's penis report. I'm glad to have that out. LED dick and disco bowels. Disco bowels, baby. Wait till the beast drops. Turn your bedroom experience into a full-blown fucking rave, man. I'm just saying. Because, you get the LED lights that flash and all that stuff, and put on a whole show, man, right before you get to Old Pound Town. I'm just saying. There's a lot going on in the world of penises. There's a lot of accessories that you can buy for them at the end of the day. So, but yeah. Light show in my pants, baby. There's a light show in your pants, or are you just excited to see me? Both. Both. Please, yes, and please, and thank you. Anywho, that is this week's penis report. And it is done, and it is out of the way, and we can get on, because I got a lot of fucked up news for you guys this week. And I tried something a little different in the description this week. I gave you guys little teasers. If you're a description reader, if you're a description reader, put some little teasers in there. A little something I want to try a little different at the end of the day. But with that being said, let me go ahead and get my first break of the night out of the way. And because we were talking about it last night, real quick, huge shout out to Callie from Callie and the Boot and Rally. She was on Glick's House of Music last night, hanging out with Blaze and myself. And we had a really good time. We talked about the new album, talked about the new songs, and whatnot. But one of the things that we talked about was an old school television show. And it got me thinking about music videos and stuff like that. Well, former guest of the show, Holy Oath, they have a really cool video that kind of takes me back to that Twin Peaks type of show and whatnot. I do have new Callie and the Boot and Rally later on tonight that I will be playing. But we're going to start off with a little Holy Oath with Raven Black, and we will be right back, motherfuckers.
Black feathers falling down on me from unraveling fates that I can hardly keep. And as I walk those pathways home, I see the faces of all your ghosts, broken vessels and scattered souls leading back to a
Totally kick-ass song by a really cool fucking band. What the hell? Holy Oath. Check them out on all social media, wherever you stream music at Holy Oath. Go show the guys some love. Let them know that Glick sent you from the Nonsensical Network a day. What is that? That is not what I want. Welcome back to What the Fuck News. Blaze, if you got your ears up. What the fuck was that? If you got your ears on out there, I agree. I'll elaborate on it a little bit later on. Well, when I get done here. But nonetheless, real quick, right off the bat in news today, unfortunately, a lot of us woke up to the news of a legend. Another legend has passed away. We have lost Iceman. We have lost Doc Holliday. The one and only, not my Batman, Val Kilmer did pass away. After the last few years have been hell on this cat. He's battled through a lot, but unfortunately, Val Kilmer did pass away. R.I.P. to Doc, and all that other stuff. Hopefully, good. Send the feel goods to the Kilmer family and whatnot. I think a good majority of my generation, we grew up with Val, in one way or another, watching his movies and whatnot. So, in other unfortunate news, he was not on anybody's Angel of Death list this year. I think most of us just expected Val to just keep on kicking, because that's what he's been doing. I don't even think he was on the radar for this year's celebrity death pool. However, real quick celebrity death pool update. I wish we could have picked members of this network, because some people would have points. But as it stands, I have a very commanding lead, 8-0 against everybody that is left standing in the Angel of Death list, or the Angel of Death poll, however you want to call it. Blaze, Wally, Rick, and myself. So, RIP to Val Kilmer. Will definitely not be forgotten anytime soon. Like I said, Iceman, Doc Holliday, so many memorable characters and roles that he played. But let's jump into the news that makes us say, what the fuck? And who says that men don't know how to be romantic? Check this guy out, ladies and gentlemen. An Illinois man was arrested for allegedly attacking a pregnant woman with a lit blunt, also known as a marijuana cigar, which he allegedly forced her to swallow in a strange midday assault that also seen him try to clean the victim's feet for some reason. There was a little bit something spicy in this guy's marijuana, I'm going to go ahead and say. He was reported telling the woman, "I need to wash your feet," before forcing her to take down the scorching hot cigar, which left burns in her throat, according to the local ABC affiliate WTVO, which we are not affiliated with in any way, shape, and or form. Just trying to be romantical, I guess. I don't know. It's unclear what Schroeder's relationship to the woman is to the woman, with police describing the incident as a domestic battery. The victim told authorities that she had been strangled and burned by Schroeder, who 2 days before his blunt attack, the two of them lived together. And I don't need to worry about all that. According to the police, the woman said she was in bed when Schroeder set upon her at around noon and dragged her by her wrist to an upstairs bathroom. I just hope in this whole entire situation that the baby's okay. Once there, he started allegedly choking her and informed the woman about her feet needing to be washed before his attack. Doctors treated the victim for burns to her throat, and her baby was unharmed. There we go. Answered my own question. What in the hell, man? I know people are dealing with a lot and going through a lot, but I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and see there was something a little extra spicy in that marijuana cigar. Let me be a guy who knows nothing about marijuana. I would like to know where Blaze was on the afternoon of March 10th. It's just but yeah, man, like what the hell would possess someone to just be like, bitch, you got dirty feet, swallow this lit blunt, drag you up the stairs. And let me wash your feet. Let me wash your feet, girl. Dude is out of his fucking gourd. And he just looks like your normal, average, run-of-the-mill, like, nerd, like an IT guy or an accountant or something. He just looks like a nerd, man. He doesn't look like a crazy person at the end of the day, but crazy comes in all shapes and sizes and appearances, apparently, at the end of the day. But hopefully this young lady will be okay. Obviously, it sounds like there was no life-threatening injuries or anything like that. The baby's good, and maybe homeboy will get some of the same treatment in jail. I don't know. Maybe he's got some kind of like weird fucking foot fetish at the end of the day, but I'm not here to kink shame. I am here to asshole shame. And this guy is an asshole. And I got all these random ass stories saved. We've all heard the urban legend. If you're into this kind of stuff, if you are a fan of the horror genre, whether it be books, movies, whatever, we've all heard the urban legend of the little girl who goes up, jumps in her bed, and puts her hand down, and she thinks it's her dog licking her hand, and she's like, "Stop it, Fido! Don't lick my hand." She then slowly looks up at the mirror, and in the mirror, written in either blood or lipstick or however the story's being told, says humans can lick too. And then you see the fade out and the bad guy under the bed. This happened. This now all urban legends are based off of some truths, but this actually happened not too long ago. Not necessarily that full on exact story, but similar. This just happened recently. Monsters aren't real, right? Well, in Kansas, a babysitter found found a monster, quote unquote, a monster, when a child she was caring for kept complaining that there was one under her bed. Barton County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to a residence in southwest Topeka, Kansas. And once they arrived, the victim told officers that she was putting the children she was caring for to sleep when one of them began to complain about a monster lurking under their bed. According to a statement posted by the sheriff's office, that's when she checked, because that's what babysitters do. That's what parents do. Now, there's no monsters under the bed. Look, no monster. Open the closet. No monster in here. Or you do the, if there's any fucking monsters in this bedroom, you better come out now, or else this is your final warning. And or you go old school Major Payne and you empty a magazine into the closet and then then let the child know that if there's a monster in that closet, they sure in hell ain't happy no more. So, but yeah, she checked. She did, man. She poked her head under the bed, and sure as shit, there was a man underneath the bed hiding out. The man was identified as 27-year-old Martin Villalobos Jr. He used to live at the house, but a protection from abuse order was issued against him, which ordered that he stayed away from the property. So, like, this is technically it's his house. You know, he lived there. I don't know if he's, and whatnot. But for whatever reason, for one reason or another, they said, "Look, man, you can't live here. You got issues. You're assaulting people. There's assault and battery. There's threats. There's this, there's that, and the other thing. And you can't be here." Well, homeboy took it upon himself to sneak back in. And when the babysitter saw him, there was an altercation. Shout out to the babysitter. She sounds like an absolute fucking badass. Give her a fucking raise, ladies and gentlemen. Hook her up with a raise. One of the children was knocked over before Martin fled the scene. Unfortunately, the police searched for him, but they could not find him. Then the next day, he was spotted in the area and attempted to flee, but he was arrested after being chased by police on foot. And according to a statement, he was charged with several felonies. Obviously, number one, you're not allowed to be there, bro. Like, that's definitely going to get you in a lot of trouble. They did not state the man's relationship with the homeowner and or the children. But Martin is being booked with, Martin was being booked with the following charges: aggravated kidnapping, aggravated burglary. Ooh, I said it. Aggravated battery, child endangerment, felony obstruction of law enforcement officer, and violation of a protection from abuse order. And it's currently being held on $500,000 bond. But man, how fucking tripped out! Like you've seen them, and you've seen it in movies, and you've seen it on television shows, but like real life, like I'm tripping balls, man. If like one of my kids are like, "Yo, Daddy, there's a monster under my bed," and I go jokingly, "There's no monster in here," and then I look and some dude's under my kid's bed. Yo, man, I'm going full on like elbow drops, kick to the face, like it's on like Donkey Kong, man. But like after I get past that initial shock of holy shit, there really is somebody under my kid's bed. Fucking got me fucked up. Hey, what's going on, Arliss? How you doing, bro? What's going on with you? Especially because, okay, let's be honest. We've all done it. All of us parents have done it. We tell our kids there's no such thing as monsters. There's nothing under your bed. There's nothing in your closet. But those urban legends come from somewhere. And this is a real life case of a monster being under the bed. And I don't know. I think if I had younger kids now, I would just go on with the full-on major pain reaction. Just pow, 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 pow. Nope, ain't there no more. If he is there, he sure as hell ain't happy. Game over. At the end of the day. Nice. But nonetheless, from monsters under the bed. Hey, I feel you, Arliss. I am right there with you. Busy. Doing a lot of stuff here at the home. I actually have a project I need to tackle tomorrow while I'm home. No video games. None of that. I got a project I got to tackle for Nikki. But from a monster under the bed to a monster in the classroom. Not really a monster, more of a dumbass. Absolutely. These tactics in this next article are not OSHA approved. And of course it's fucking Minnesota, man. Like they're borderline Canadian, so that explains a lot. But a 350-pound teacher in Minnesota has been charged after he allegedly used a 6th grader as a stepping stool. Not OSHA, again, I repeat, not OSHA approved. During a school safety drill. Jason Rogers, 48, he confessed to standing on the boy's back after the student opted to lie on his stomach instead of sitting down. So the teacher's like, look, motherfucker, this is the proper way to do it. Fucking stands on him. During a drill at the Underwood School last month, the boy's mother said that the saga had left her son so badly injured that he was walking around like an 80-year-old from the pain in his back. The criminal complaint states. And the authorities were alerted to the ordeal after the boy was taken to the hospital and treated for his injury. The boy told the cops the teacher stood on his back for roughly 10 seconds. I mean, I don't know how big this particular 6th grader is, but I mean, I know Cash is borderline 6th grade. He's in 5th grade. And yeah, I mean, he's not a small kid, but he's not a big kid, not compared to a full-grown 350-pound man. Trust me. Again, let me say, there's a whole nother situation. 350-pound teacher stands on my kid. There's a whole nother news article that's going to be put out. And then there's an angry Sasquatch shows up at school and buries his foot into a teacher's ass, and they have to go to the hospital and have his foot surgically removed from impaling him with it. Causing it, yeah. So the child did not know why the teacher did this because he did not hear him say anything about it. He just stepped on him like he was a stepping stool. He stated the entire class saw it and thought the defendant had broken the boy's back. And this isn't, again, this by no means 350 pounds. That's not a small guy. I mean, I'm 300 pounds. So that's 50 pounds more than what I'm carrying around. When questioned, Rogers, who acknowledged he weighs roughly around 350 pounds, allegedly admitted he did it because he didn't think the students were taking the drill seriously enough at the time. He said multiple kids were lying on their stomachs and that he had warned them he could step on them in their current position. So I'm good. Yeah. Instead of using your words, jackass, just like teachers taught us to do back in the day, use your words. Be a big boy. Don't use your hands. Use your words to resolve problems. This jackass just Rogers then allegedly put his foot on the injured student's lower back and put his weight on him. After hearing the boy groan and say, ouch, Rogers told cops that he asked if the child was okay. No, the child's not okay, you big fat motherfucker. You just stepped on him. Let me hit you with a bus and then ask you if you're okay. What the hell kind of dumbass? That's what we used to do as kids when we get into fights with our siblings. Karate kick your sibling off the porch, and when they're laying in the grass crying, you lean over the rail and go, "You okay?" Well, knowing damn well they're not okay. The teacher also copped to stepping on 2 other students during the drill, so he's just a habitual kid crusher. He's just fuck all you kids, fuck them damn kids. That's his motto. Fuck these kids, all day, every day, just out here. He was slapped with 1 gross misdemeanor count of malicious punishment of a child as the result. And Rogers has since been, see, this is what pisses me off, man. This is what pisses me off. He's been placed on paid administrative leave while the incident is investigated. No, man. Homie, you don't get paid. You don't get paid for assaulting a child when you're at work when you're supposed to be a teacher. You know what happens if I go to work and assault somebody at work? I'm fired. I don't get no paid vacation. I'm fired. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. See ya. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you. This jackass, see, we have so many issues. Like, no, man. I'm sorry. You stepped on multiple kids. You have multiple witnesses, and one little kid has injuries. There is no investigation to be had. I don't give a damn about your teachers union and about your this or your that. You're under investigation because they have to do the right things. But at the end of the day, you're not getting paid for it, homie. No, fuck you. And if you are getting paid for it, guess what? I hope that the parents sue the hell out of this guy and they take literally everything from him, including his last sheet of 2-ply toilet paper that he stole from the janitor's office. Everything. Because that's fucked up. That's fucked. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, bro? You big back motherfucker. And I hope one of the kids' dad beats your ass. I really do. Because that's what you deserve. What is that? What is that saying? That's your just desserts or something like that. I don't know. How's that saying go? Something along those lines at the end of the day. Because people are fucking weird these days, man. There's a lot going on. A lot going on, man. Which is fucking weird, bro. It's fucking weird. At the end of the day, like, geez, Louise. I can't wrap my head around, and I guess this happens in other, like, I just can't wrap my head around the paid leave, the paid leave part of it. Like, there's no dispute as to whether or not he did it. He's admitted to doing it. There's kids that seen it happen. I don't know, how big is the classroom? 20, 25 kids? You know, I don't know. I know they've tried to make it easier on teachers. So I don't know if there's still that many kids in a classroom anymore, but you have all those witnesses. He admitted that he did it. And he did it to not just one child, but multiple childs. Why is there, I can't wrap my head around that one. That one I can't get behind in any way, shape, and or form at all. It makes no sense to me. There is no investigation. The investigation is done. Sorry, once you admit to doing something, in my opinion, the investigation is done. I know, probably due process and blah, 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 whatever. No, I'm sorry. You did it. You're done. Vamos. Goodbye. See you later. Adios. Vayos con Dios, mi amigo. Whatever. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? That's that shit that makes you say, what the fuck, man? But, nonetheless, what are you going to do at the end of the day? What are you going to do at the end of the day? Oh. What else we got here? Let's see what we got. We got time for one more real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we ain't been to Florida in a long hot minute. What do you say we venture on down to Florida real quick? Like, a Florida mom was arrested this week. It's nothing new in Florida. People are arrested for stupid shit quite frequently at the end of the day. But ladies and gentlemen, Gold Star Parenting Mom of the Year Award right here. Florida mom was arrested this week after her 2-year-old daughter was found inside a hospital. Just there, man. Inside a hospital, drugged up and tweaking from meth, authorities said. Deborah Scott, 29, took her toddler to an emergency room in Marion County and told the hospital workers the girl was acting crazy and swinging her arms, bouncing off the walls, and staying up for hours, according to the Levy County Sheriff's Office. But a medical exam revealed that the toddler had symptoms common with adults who were tweaking from the potent and highly addictive drug, officials said. A lab test determined that the helpless girl was high from exposure to meth and other stimulants. And an additional test showed she suffered from an opiate exposure, according to authorities. Mom got a whole goddamn pharmacy of illegal drugs floating around the house. And that little baby girl got her hands on. Man, you know, I've said this a million times, and I'm going to say it probably a million more times. People should be sterilized, and they should have to pass some kind of psychological and competence test or something, an IQ test or something or another before they are allowed to reproduce. You have too many stupid people popping out fucking babies, man. They can't take care of themselves, let alone a fucking child. Yeah, here we are with another news story, another article about another parent who in somehow, some way, some crazy ass fucking turn of events. And the fucked up thing about it is it's the babies, it's the children who pay for their parents fuck ups at the end of the day. Says Deborah, who recently moved into the Bronson home with her boyfriend and daughter, saw the symptoms 12 hours before taking the baby to the hospital. This kid was just tweaked out of her fucking mind for 12 hours. And she never alerted the police. Yeah, he got this poor little 2-year-old just completely fucking tweaked out of her mind. 12 hours. I don't know many human beings that could withstand being tweaked out for 12 hours, man. Let alone a fucking 2-year-old at the end of the day. Instead of alerting the police or the authorities or calling 911 or whatever, she called up one of her fucking friends. And she was like, "Hey, yo, can you give me a lift?" And they went to a far away hospital. They didn't even go to a close hospital. They went to one that was way out the fucking way. I don't know. They had like she knew what she was doing was wrong. That's the other thing that really just drives me crazy in this type of situation, in this type of scenario. Like, you knew you was in the wrong. You knew something wasn't right, and you still chose to be a fucktard, and you still chose to be a fuck up. And thank God the little girl didn't die, but I mean, you could have potentially killed your little baby. When detectives questioned Scott, she allegedly admitted to recently using meth. No shit. Not to mention the other cocktail of drugs that you had floating around your fucking house. The official said that the trouble mom and the girl lived with roommates and the mom's lover in the home, known for drug use. Again, thanks for pointing out the obvious. Scott was arrested Tuesday and charged with felony child neglect. The Levy County Sheriff's Office slammed the mother in a press release. She knowingly put the child at risk and failed to protect the child from dangerous drugs while using dangerous drugs herself. Again, man, she knew what she did. She knew what she did. She knew what was going on. Man, we live in a world today where you could literally pull up to a fire station and drop a baby off, and nobody's going to say boo about it. I think they got like a box you can put them in and ring a bell. I don't know how it works, but I mean, you can literally just drop the kid off at the fire station, tweaking out of her mind. They could at least start helping her. But no, you wait around for 12 hours. Then you drive way out. Then you call a friend who takes God knows how long. And then you drive way out of the way to go to a hospital that's not even close. Like, Jesus, man, fucking. I say it, man. I said it when I started this story. Gold Star Mom of the Year right here, ladies and gentlemen. Candidate nominee for Mom of the Year. Wow, lady. And the sad part about it is, after everything's all said and done, after she gets out of jail, after she bails herself out, whatever, goes to court, she'll probably get the baby back because our system is that fucking flawed. I've seen it happen so many times. Kids in a good environment are yanked out of homes, but meanwhile, kids that are not in a good environment, not in a safe environment, are just left until you hear the horrible news story that comes up of, God forbid, the no longer alive, or some other. I mean, that's worst case scenario at the end of the day, but there are other terrible things that happen to kids that are left in homes that they don't belong to be, or they shouldn't be left in, because our system is flawed. And then you wind up hearing the stories of kids that had a good home life and taken out and thrown into the system, and then you wonder why they become criminals or addicts or whatever. It's like, well, you guys fucking ruined them, man. You guys fucking ruined them. Thank God I never had to deal with that bullshit in my life. Thank God. Anywho, let's cleanse our palates a little bit. Take a little break here. Got a little off the brand new album by Callie and the Boot and Rally. White Snakes just came out as one of their newer songs. It's Wes, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Like the bandit that he was from the very start. Yeah, he rode right in and he stole my stone cold heart. Yeah, he rode right in and he stole my stone cold heart. Sweet West, what have I done? You were the only one. None of those boys come that handle you. No, I don't think they could get me the way you do. And it breaks my heart that I never got to say those words to your face. So I made a mistake. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I made a mistake. We almost made it out. Honey, we almost made it out. Well, you took the bullet in the fall for it all, with no doubt. And if only I could have called it off that night. I can't stop thinking you'd still be by my side, my sweet partner in crime. But them boys came knocking and busted down the door. Honey, they were asking for a war. Before I could grab my gun, your poor body hit the floor. West, sweet West, what have I done? You were the only one. Yeah, he rode right in and he stole my stone cold heart.
And, oh, excuse me. Welcome back to What the Fuck News, everybody. I am Glick. This is What the Fuck News right here on Nonsensical Network. Go ahead and give us a follow. We are everywhere. Check that bio.link/Nonsensical Network. It's scrolling down there at the bottom of the screen. Check out the shows. We are live Monday through Sunday, and you can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts at. And don't forget to check out Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. She does all of our merch and swag and stuff like that. You can get your very own Nonsensical Network gear. Or if you want your own personalized stuff, let her know. Nikki will get you taken care of. That link is on our bio link as well. Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner on Facebook and Instagram. She's actually currently out there making some birthday presents for a customer. So she does a little bit of everything. You don't have to buy our stuff. Anywho, we got a couple more stories here, and then we're gonna get the fuck up out of here. Again, and other parenting news, man. Parents have really been killing it these last few weeks. At the end of the day, they have been killing it in the oh Jesus. And the what is happening right now? There we go. Hit that smash or hit that smash. Hit that like, smash that subscribe, and please flick that bell. God, I can't read. I can't push buttons. I can't do anything right here. Man, the parents have been killing it the last few weeks here on What the Fuck News, and not in a good way. There are a lot of bad parents out there, and I got one more for you. A man in Sydney reportedly woke up to find his wife stabbing their 3 children in the middle of the night, police say. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, the 47-year-old woman is accused of stabbing her 3 sleeping children, ages 10, 13, and 16, before their father stopped her by taking the knife away and calling the authorities. Upon waking up to what I would believe to be a number of screams and yells, he's then gone to approach the situation, and from what I am told, has secured the weapon. And he's contacted police. Detective Superintendent Naomi Moore said in a statement per the outlet. The woman, who also sustained suspected self-inflicted stab wounds in her abdomen, was charged at the Westmead Hospital in Sydney. New South Wales police confirmed in a press release on Monday that the woman had been charged with 3 counts of wounding or grievous bodily harm to a person with intent to murder. Emergency services were called to the home, and they found a 10-year-old boy, a 13-year-old girl, and a 16-year-old girl, and a 47-year-old woman, all suffering from stab wounds. They were all treated at the scene, and the paramedics had taken the children to a local children's hospital, where they all remained in stable condition. Thank God for that. You know, none of the kids were unalived in this situation. Officers attached to the Hills Police area established a crime scene. Following the inquiries, the woman has now been charged with 3 counts of cause wounding and grievous bodily harm. There's no. The 16-year-old girl, unfortunately, who is a paraplegic, had a stab wound and other cuts. The 13-year-old had 3 stab wounds, and the 10-year-old had 2 stab wounds. There's no rhyme or reason as to why she did it, other than the detective added that the mother had been acting erratically before the attack. We believe that the father and the children were all in their rooms and potentially all asleep when the mother carried out this act. Moore continued that it's certainly not something that my staff or I want to wake up to on a Monday morning. We take responsibility to domestic violence in the Hills very, very seriously. And the first question I had this morning was, have we dealt with this family before? What have we done? And as sad as it is, we haven't dealt with this. So there's not even any previous issues or anything like that. It just kind of fucking happened. I mean, it sounds like the mom was just, and that switch went off in her head, and she was like kind of reminiscing of the Amityville story, when homeboy shot his family all to death, shot up his family and whatnot. The neighbor was standing there. He was quite calm. He saw him run back inside to grab a bag and then come out and jumped in the ambulance. I think the dad was probably in shock, to be honest with you. Neighbor said that they're generally really nice people. Another neighbor added they come over for Christmas to give us chocolates. Police says the woman has been refused bail and is set to appear in court. So, wow, man. Just, God bless it. Just crazy how that shit happens, man, at the end of the day. And I'm sure, like, the dad was probably in shock and trying to process the entire situation. And, I'm sure after everything was all said and done and everything kind of sunk in and settled down, I'm sure that I'd be willing to put money on it that, he had a little bit of a breakdown, all things considering. Fortunately, all the children survived, and none of them were seriously harmed. But also at the same time, man, you just lost. I mean, sounds like they were a pretty good family from what the neighbors say, but now he just lost his wife, and now they got to deal with all that and the healing process, and the kids have to grow up knowing, like, the fuck did we do to mommy? Daddy dumb, man. I bet they're gonna listen from now on. At the end of the day, they're gonna have no problem from them kiddos listening. You tell them take the trash out, you're gonna be like, hey, can you take the trash? And it's already gonna be on the way out the door. I don't want to fuck around and find out again. No, man, that's just fucking wild to me. Again, as a parent of 3 myself, they can drive you crazy, but go drink a beer, go smoke a bowl, go for a walk, go, I don't know, like, go for a drive, something, anything. Do not stab your kids, ladies and gentlemen. Not fucking cool. Oh, excuse me. I got one more here. We're gonna call it an early night. A bus driver. This is down in Miami. Opens fire, killing 2 passengers. Not allowed to be armed. After an argument broke out on a Miami-Dade County Transit bus, 2 people were shot and killed by the bus driver. The cause of the initial argument is still unclear, according to the report. The investigation is still ongoing. It is not yet known if the bus driver will face any charges for the killing of his 2 passengers. Around 3 a.m., a 911 call was placed. An argument had broken out between 2 male passengers and the bus driver. As the argument escalated, the bus driver pulled out a gun, shot both men. Police arrived on the scene, arrested the driver, and the 2 injured men were rushed to HCA, Florida. But both men were in critical conditions. Sadly, they both passed away from their injuries. At present, it is unclear if the driver will face any charges for the unaliving. It is also not known whether either men had a pew-pew themselves. Bus drivers in the Miami area shouldn't be carrying pew-pews. let me clean it up for the algorithm. At work, obviously, you're not allowed to carry at work, dumbasses. You know that. What? It is Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Transit operators are not allowed to be armed. The spokesperson said after the incident, they added that the company is working in full cooperation with the investigation into the killing of the two men by the bus driver. County Commissioner Aline Higgins, chair of the county's Transportation Committee, commented on the tragic unaliving, another example of why people shouldn't have pew-pews. Shut up, bitch. 2 people would still be alive today if there had been a shouting match rather than a shooting match. I'm heartbroken. Now, you know what? We don't. The story hasn't come out yet. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows the full details or anything like that. But granted, dude should not have had a gun at work. If you're not allowed to carry at work, don't carry at work. But had he not, and again, I'm going to play the devil's advocate here because we don't know both sides of the story yet. But if these 2 gentlemen were arguing with said bus driver, the situation could have turned out a lot different, where either he was stomped out, or if they did have a weapon, he himself was unalived, and it would be a totally different situation. Don't turn it into your anti-gun agenda, you goofy bitch. Florida is a stand your ground state. It is, I believe they have the Castle Doctrine, not that the bus applies in this situation. And I believe, I could be wrong, but I think Florida just recently passed right to concealed carry without a permit, much like Ohio has done in the last couple of years. So, yes, he should not have been carrying at work. But until we know the full details, until the full investigation comes out, we don't know the full situation. This man very well could have been defending himself. Now, will he face repercussions with his employment because he broke their rules? Absolutely, as he should. But let's all calm the fuck down until we get the before we get the full story out. Because as of right now, they're still doing the investigation. They went on in this article to say that the fact that the bus driver was actually able to show up to work armed is kind of alarming. And I agree. It's not that shocking. I've worked with a lot of guys in different situations that carry. They show up in their personal vehicle, get in a company vehicle. They're so used to having it on their hip, whatever. Then they have to turn around and go, oh shit, go back to the shop and take care of business or whatever. Obviously, the situation should have hopefully never escalated to this point. But it did, and we don't know why yet. And also people, I think it's common sense. Drivers and commuters, riders should not be carrying on public transportation, obviously, no matter what the law says. It's the same thing. An establishment can say you cannot carry a weapon in here, and therefore you cannot. Gun ownership is very important. Damn it. I need my pew-pews. You can't take my pew-pews away from me, god damn it. It's America. People are dumb. I do want to try to follow this story and see if I can get updates on this story, because I would like to see what exactly happened. There shouldn't be any reason for either the passenger or the driver. Obviously, I've said that, no reason to be. I agree. Obviously, the driver will undergo full an investigation as to why they were carrying and what led up to the unaliving of the two passengers. And it sounds like an unfortunate, and I don't say this joking, I say this as an unfortunate situation. It sounds like an unfortunate situation to fuck around and find out at the end of the day. Show us your boobs. Save that for your panel. It's exactly kind of what it is. It is an unfortunate situation to fuck around and find out. 2-on-1 situation. Driver shouldn't have been. For whatever reason, he felt the need to have it and used it. And now you got two guys that are no longer with us. And jeez Louise. Go ahead and save that. Like I said, if it was quote unquote justified, obviously he's going to face disciplinary action through his employer, as he should. If it was quote unquote unjustified, then lock his ass up, man. Send him to jail. Lock him up. But nonetheless, I didn't see who that was at first. I was like, what the fuck? You're not wrong. The sexiest Sasquatch in all of the internet. Sexiest Sasquatch and podcast host you'll ever see. But nonetheless, we're going to take one more break. I'm going to come back. I'm going to close out this show. And then I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my evening. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I've already started saving news stories for next week. But I got one more little track for you. A little Zay Grassley, if you will, with his newest song, Animal. Go check out Zay Grassley everywhere at Zay Grassley. He's a South Carolina guy.
I'm an animal.
I got 20 on my feet.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Gypsy on the rise, baby. Carolina bird dog. Climbed up out that muddy, baby. Country rapping rock star. I put the game in the headlock. Cut my grass in the pythons. Came up swerving 80, baby. I was serving. All I know is get it gone. I was raised a gypsy cowboy. Little hood, little country. All I know is get the money. Break it down like an onion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got my truck and my dog and my gun. Country boy from the slum. Doubled up off a crumb. 2 years in the state. 12 years, 10 months in the Fed. Daddy set me up, left me for dead. Yeah. And they wonder why I don't have no cares in the world. I'm a gypsy, baby. I've been alone since birth. Ain't nobody really love me. My heart really hurts. My heart really hurts. I'm an animal. Let me off the leash, now about to eat. Pillowcases been sleeping on me. I'm from the 7, the 0, and the 4. I put on boots and come straight through the door. I'ma walk right through the door. A country rapping rock star they ain't never seen before. A gypsy on the rise, baby. Carolina bird dog. Climbed up out that muddy, baby. Country rapping rock star. Country rapping rock star. Okay, let's go. On the rise, baby, Carolina bird dog. Climbed up out that muddy, baby. Country rapping rock star. Country rapping rock star. Country rapping rock star. Say I don't know what this country gonna do, but I know one thing.
A little Zay Grassley for you with Animal. It's one of his newest songs. Like I said, check him out. Show him some love. Let him know Glick sent you. Anywho, welcome back to What the Fuck News. We're wrapped up. I ain't got nothing else for you. I'm out. I'm tapped. That was the news that made me say what the fuck this week. Hopefully, maybe, it'll make you say what the fuck as well. And with that being said, make sure you guys check out the network, man. We're doing a lot of things. We got a lot of things happening. There's a lot of moving and shaking going on. But we're still here. We're still having fun. We're still making content. We're still making shows. Mondays, we kick off the week with Speedway Stories. Sorry, I had to think about that. Wally and Speedway Stories. He's getting you caught up in the week of motorsports, and I know we're rolling into spring, summer. So especially the local scene will be teeing off very soon, and I know he'll be talking a lot about the local scene because he's involved in that world. So not only that, but also the professional scene as well with NASCAR and drag racing and whatnot, fucking motocross. That's what I was going to say. So he's all over the board with the motorsports. He's going to have some guests coming up to chat with him as well. Talk all things in that world related. Tuesday nights, your boy right here, Glick's House of Music, hanging out with up and coming local musicians, hanging out, getting to know them, playing a little bit of their music, talking about their journey, influences, and all that stuff. Just get inside their heads a little bit. Also, get to see a little bit different side of them because it is a hangout. It's not your stereotypical boring interview. Obviously, we do have the questions that we want to ask, but at the end of the day, we just get to know them, man. We hang out, have a good time, and on the occasion that I don't have a guest lined up, because for some reason it's become very hard, Blaze will join me, and Blaze and I like to do a little thing, Glick and Blaze's mixtape, where we just sit down and we just talk all things music, whether music that influences or that have influenced us, artists that we like, songs that we like. Got a little different sidetrack with some history of music and stuff like that I think we're going to talk about in the near future as well. And then on Wednesday nights, this asshole, for the time being, by himself. I'm rocking solo. I'm trying, guys. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the news solo. It is a hard thing to do because you don't have the immediate feedback, the immediate bounce back and forth conversation. But I am trying to make it work in the meantime. Solo, doing what the fuck news, the news that makes me say what the fuck. Hopefully, it'll make you say what the fuck, and hopefully you will enjoy it. I think this is going to be the last week for the penis report. I don't know. I'm up in the air about it. I don't know, man. Well, it's summertime, so Glick's going to be sleeveless a lot. So get ready. And good morning to you, sunshine. Yes, but on Wednesdays, what the fuck news. All things news that makes us say what the fuck. Thursday, Wally is back. On Thursdays, Wally is doing cold-blooded conversations. He's hanging out in the reptile world. All things reptilian. And I'm not talking about the aliens that are going to take over the world. Well, I don't know. He might talk about those people. I don't know. Actual reptiles, snakes and lizards and dragons and dinosaurs. And he's also going to have guests from the reptile world come up and hang out with him from time to time and talk about different things. So, and then Fridays, man, it's Blaze and Michael Copenhaver, the newest member of the Nonsensical family. They're handling nonsense and chill, all things movie related discussions, watching movies, movie trivia, just new releases. They're covering it all, man. If it's in the movie world, Mike and Blaze are talking about it. And don't forget, once a month trivia. Y'all can step into the ring with this guy. Nobody's fared very well. I mean, Michael did get the best of me last month. Barely, but nonetheless, I did take an L after reigning supreme for 2 months in a row. And then every other Saturday afternoon, Cash and I get together. Cash is my son, and we talk all things wrestling on Cash's Corner. We talk mainly WWE because that's what he watches, that's what he likes, and we're both big wrestling fans. And currently, we are on the road to WrestleMania. So there's a lot going on, a lot happening. Not just WrestleMania, but you got the Hall of Fame inductions. You've got the Slammy Awards. Got a lot of shit going on that revolves around WrestleMania. So we're talking about all that. And then Saturday evenings, every Saturday night, we get crazy. We get a little wild. We get a little weird. We call it nonsensical nonsense. It's our baby right here on the network. We open the doors, drop the link in the chat, and anybody and everybody is welcome to join us. We don't care who you are. We don't care if you like us. We don't care if you don't like us. You are more than welcome to come and be a part of the shenanigans and the fuckery on Saturday nights on Nonsensical Nonsense. And then we wind the week down with a little Unnecessary Roughness. That is our sports show. Rick, myself, and former guest of Glick's House of Music and now co-host of Unnecessary Roughness, the one and only Derek Wayne Douglas. We hang out, we talk all things sports, and just get our sports fix, man, because we can't talk sports on any other shows here. So Unnecessary Roughness. Shout out last Sunday. We had kind of a impromptu little surprise guest. Our boy Chaka hooked us up with his son Zeke, who is an MMA fighter, and just at 19 years old is killing it, man. We will definitely have him on again, and when we can spend a little bit more time, and the guys will be a little bit more prepared. Chaka and I just kind of sprung that on everybody, including Zeke. But yeah, man, check out the network. A lot of things going on, a lot of different shows. You don't have to like every show, but you're probably going to find one or two that you do enjoy watching and do enjoy hanging out with. The chatters box is always open. You guys can always engage with us and partake in the conversation. We are almost always, there's that very rare time that we're not live, but like 100% of the time, we are live. We're an actual live broadcast. We're not just a pre-recorded podcast that throws our stuff up on YouTube and then confuses the fucking entire hell out of their chat. We are actually live. So check us out. We are everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. As I said, shows are live 7 days a week on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And you can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts, like Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We are everywhere. You guys can listen anytime, any place. All at the Nonsensical Network. Simply go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. All them links are going to be there. Give them a follow, give them a like, give them a share. We'd greatly appreciate those shares. And if you're listening to a replay on YouTube or something like that, drop a like on it, drop a comment in them. It helps us in the algorithm, and it's a really easy way to help support us and help us grow. And we would greatly appreciate it. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be the guy commenting back to you in those comment sections if you drop a comment. So, and don't forget to check out Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. As I said earlier, she's out there working right now. She does all of our merch. But you can also get personalized stuff. You don't have to buy our stuff. If you want a personalized cup or a hoodie or a birthday present, Christmas presents, whatever, let her know what you want. And she can get you taken care of. We can get it shipped out to you and all that fun jazz. Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. That was a really long-winded outro ending to the show, but I had a lot of time to kill, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. But with that being said, I'm going to get ready to get the flock out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out. Do appreciate it. As always, make sure you tune in tomorrow night to Cold-Blooded Conversations, right? Yes, Cold-Blooded Conversations with Wally. And then tune in Friday for Nonsense and Chill with Blaze and Mike. And with that being said, I'm going to hit the button. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for hanging out. Have a great night, fuckers. I'm getting the flock out of here.
Nonsensical network, different flavor every day. Movie talks, new flicks hitting the display. Microphone magic, musicians spill the praise. From reptiles to motorsports, burning rubber craze. Football crashes, touchdowns, epic plays. News spinning, catching on the latest phase. Gleaming cars, engines roaring up the pace. Street tales, urban stories we embrace. Tune in, every week diverse. Groove to the beats, let the rhythm immerse. Lyrics flowing, ciphers full of verse. Nonsensical network, feel the universe. Interviews buzzing, stars in the circuit. Worlds of tapestry, pieces we interpret. Hip-hop to rap, the flow never stagnant. Reptilian tales, nature's arrangement. Cars with muscle, engines with might. Motorsports roaring, speed in the night. Discussions heated, always a delight. Network of nonsense, but the vibe's just right. Tune in, wait for that beat. Flow so seamless, feeling so sweet. Urban grooves, rhythm from the street. Nonsensical network, always on repeat.